All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to discuss the requirements for registering for Vetbiz, all the documentation and forms that they want you to submit. Let's get this over here. And here's the document. Okay, the requirements to register for Vetbiz have gotten much more difficult in the last couple of years since they revamped the program in 2012. People were cheating the system. Veterans weren't getting some contracts were going to non-veterans. So they changed the requirements in 2012 and made it more difficult. Yes, it sucks that they've made it more difficult for veterans to get registered, to get those types of contracts, but in the process, they've also made it literally impossible for people, for non-veterans, to take contracts from veterans. So it's a good thing. Okay. Requirements for, this is for an LLC. You have to provide them with your business license, business, personal, professional, industrial, or other licenses, permits, accreditations held by applicant and/or employees which are required for applicant to do business. They want a resume of all owners, directors, partners, officers, and other key personnel, which include education and training received, former employers, dates of employment, position, titles, and responsibilities, present employer, date of time, position, title, and responsibilities. And they're serious about this, guys. They need to see for all owners of a veteran-owned small business or a service-disabled veteran-owned small business that own at least 30% ownership or greater, to include sole proprietors, include the IRS Personal Federal Tax Form 1040, U.S. Individual Income Tax Return with all corresponding W-2s and K-1s, as well as a Schedule C that were submitted to the IRS in the past 3 years. For both LLCs and LLPs, they also may elect to file as sole proprietors, Schedule C partnership, Federal Tax Form 1065, K-1, or S Corporation 11205 K-1. You're going to need to provide the corresponding federal tax documentation, corresponding K-1 documentation for the past 3 years as well. Payroll. They want to see your payroll distribution ledger summary and W-2s, wage and tax statement for preceding year, full year, and year-to-date, January to present. They want to see signature cards authenticated by financial institutions, so your banks or credit unions, and approximately 20 canceled checks from an operating account. You can black out the routing number and account number, but they want to see 20 canceled checks. They also want to see copies of the last 5 contracts and proposals, cover page and signature page only, that you've submitted. They want to see your management and services agreement, to include building lease agreements and negotiated checks or instruments supporting payment to the agreements for the last 3 months. They want to see your operating agreement, including all amendments. They want to see your official certificate of formation and operating agreement with any amendments. Legal structure. They want to see your ownership voting, so proxies and voting trust agreements. If you have a shareholders, you're going to see your shareholders agreement, including all amendments. They want to see official certification of formation of operating agreement with any amendments. Any minutes of first and most recent stockholder or board directors meeting. They want to see all corporate bylaws and all amendments. They want to see all your articles of organization, including all amendments. And they want to see your stock registers for applicant or stock ledger showing list of shares of insurance. Additional information needed. Name, date of birth, social security number, and percentage ownership for every owner of the applicant business. Is the applicant business in a joint venture with other businesses? If yes, you need to list the name of the other business. I want you to please list the states or nationwide that you provide your products or services, and a list your company's bonding levels per contract in aggregate, if applicable. This is a lot of documentation, guys. I've had people self-certify in the VOSB program and said it took them 2 to 3 years. But if you're a veteran, you already know this because you applied for your veterans benefits and you probably didn't hire an attorney, and it probably took a year to 2 to 2.5. Some people even take 3 years to get their veterans benefits, which is disgusting in my mind, that they would make veterans wait 2 to 3 years to get their benefits. But it is what it is, guys. It's the same thing with Social Security. People who apply for Social Security on their own, the average person who self-certifies for their own Social Security, which they have the right for, they paid into it their whole lives, it takes 3 tries. It takes an average of 1.5 to 2.5 years to get your own Social Security when you retire. Some people hire an attorney, and an attorney can get it done in 6 to 9 months, and they charge, half your first year's Social Security. But is it worth it to get it done in 6 months instead of 2 years? Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys self-certify in VetBiz and you fail or you're denied, we might not be able to do it for a whole nother year. So if this is something you're serious about, before you attempt to self-certify, at least get with me and let me show you what we can do to do it for you. We can typically get VetBiz done in about 2 to 3 months. Sometimes we get it done in a month. Sometimes it takes 6 months, but we get it done in the average about 2 to 3 months. Any other questions? You guys let me know. I do provide bid assistance training every day from 4 to 5 p.m. Let me know if you ever want to join, and make sure you like and subscribe and share. And this is John Wayne, and you guys let me know what I can do to help. Thanks again. Bye-bye.